All right, so here we have Bitcoin on Bybit on the 1 hour. As you see, we did get rejected from the top of the range and fell below. Three major moving averages are being held up by the 200 right now. RSI is in the bearish control zone. We are below the signal line, but looks like we're trying to at least test it, if not cross above it. MACD, we are below the zero line. Looks like it's trying to turn around as well. Negative momentum on the histogram is decreasing. Vol seems to have been expanding since the price action started moving down again. Now it looks like it's cooling off a little bit as we move sideways. But your BBWP is in the upper zone. We are above that moving average, so the volatility could start to pick up. Let's see here. The bullish case is that we get back above these major moving averages and this second level here on the VPVR, which also coincides with those moving averages. If we can do that, I would expect us to come back up to the top of the range and possibly break it this time. That would also imply that we get out of the bearish control zone and that this MACD crosses that signal line to the upside and we start printing a dark green bar in the histogram as your vol expands. So if we can break these moving averages again, I do think we could break the top of this range this time at the 21,650 level. Bearish case is that basically we break this last wick at 2,500. I would expect us to come back down to the range lows at 19,780. And that would also imply that we stay deeper in the bearish control zone. MACD continues to fall, possibly getting a retest and then a resumption down. But we will find out. Let's move on to Ethereum. By the way, if you guys are liking this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. So here we have, let me see here. All right, so here we have Ethereum. We are below the major moving averages. Haven't came down to the 200 just yet, but looks like your 20 and your 50 might be trying to cross the 100 to the downside. If that does happen, I do think we will come down to 1155 and the 200 SMA. We are in the bearish control zone, but it looks like we're trying to get out of it. We are above that signal line right now. Looks like we could come to the top and test the top of the bearish control zone. MACD looks like it's losing its downside curvature, trying to cross as well. We'll find out whether this is just a retest and resumption or whether we do get the cross and break these moving averages. Your BBWP is in the upper zone above that moving average, so your vol is starting to pick up. So the bullish case is that, once again, we get back above. See, now these moving averages are placed different, but it's still kind of the same. We need to get back above this VPVR level. We need to get back above these moving averages. Have this 21 and this 50 just tap that 100 and then resume up. That would also imply that we get out of the bearish control zone and that this MACD would cross the signal line to the upside. Bearish case is that we break the 200 at 1155. If we break that on a 1 hour closure, I would expect us to come all the way back down to 1077 region, somewhere in this purple box. That would also imply that we stay in the bearish control zone as your vol expands. Let's move on to Solana. Alright, so here on Solana, your 21 and your 50 just crossed the 100 to the downside. We have broken out of the bottom of this range all the way, and we are being held up by the 200. Now, this looks a little worse than the others. We did get rejected from this diagonal trend line of resistance quite a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5, 6. Just couldn't break above it. Finally broke below that 100. That sent us down pretty fast. So honestly, basically, if we break this 200, probably going to come down to 3680 region. We need to get out of this bearish control zone. If we can't get back above this signal line, I mean, this purple region is the least of your worries. MACD, negative momentum's waning a bit, but it still has a strong downside curvature on the MACD line. BBWP's in the upper zone above that moving average, so I would expect the volatility to continue. Now, if your vol keeps expanding as the price action goes down and you go deeper in the bearish control zone, and you break that 100, I mean, I think this could just be a bounce target, to be honest. This purple zone. Honestly, I think we could probably come back down to 34.50. Bullish case is that we break these if we break these moving averages again, I do think we break this. I do think we break this diagonal trend line if we can, and then get our way up to $45. But that's the bullish case, and right now the probability is more in favor of the bearish case. I'd say about 60-40. So not quite neutral, a little more bearish, but we'll find out. If you guys like this video, like, subscribe to the channel. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.